All right, let's go. We are so excited. We've put together this presentation for all of you, and we literally said to ourselves, we are going to help people create so much freedom in their life from this. So I'm going to go ahead and click share screen and get straight into today's masterclass. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this masterclass on the power of affiliate marketing and how you can start to get your time and freedom back. In this video, I'm going to share with you the exact company I partnered with all the way back in 2017 and why I haven't needed to work a 9 to 5 since. Now, in this video, we're going to be going over the secrets to building a freedom-based online business. Even if you have no idea where to start, you don't have a bunch of followers, you don't have any tech experience like any of us did on this call, and without having to build your own business from scratch. So we're going to start off, I'm going to teach you a little bit about the power of affiliate marketing and the importance of partnering with the right company and products. And then we're going to have the incredible Christy teaching you about these products and what they actually do. And then we're going to have Aldrin sharing a little bit about his journey and how he was able to build this business face-to-face before online was even a thing. And then we're going to have Marissa sharing her success story and how you can actually market these products if you have absolutely zero experience and start making a lot of money online. So what we'll cover. We're going to show you how this business is unlike anything else in the online space and the power of affiliate marketing. We're going to show you how simple it can be to make money online from anywhere around the world with proven systems and automation. And we're going to share with you the exact company we all partnered with and how one simple 50-year-old Japanese company was the ticket to financial freedom and well-being, not just for us four on this call, but for thousands of people in the community. So who is this for? Well, it's for anyone who wants to make money online, but it's also for parents that are wanting to be present with their kids without sacrificing financial security. It's for professionals, shift workers, business owners, women in corporate, tired of long hours and burnout and looking for flexibility. It's for go-getters, adventure seekers, ready for more travel experiences. Take it from me, I traveled for 5 years with this business and I had no experience before coming across this. It's for individuals craving personal growth, passion, and a life with more purpose. It's for those tired of living week to week and struggling and needing another stream of income. It's also for people who are already successful, but they've got no time, they've got no freedom. It's for those who are frustrated by the rising costs of living, or people who are just burnt out and sick of trading time for money with no time to do the things that they actually love. Or most people don't even know what they love to do because they're so busy stuck in a job. Or those wanting their own freedom business, but they've just got no idea where to start. So who am I? I'm not going to spend too long on this because it's actually about you. But my name's Brody. I didn't come from success. I came from a broken home. I was a D grade student at best. I didn't come from money. No one in my family before me had created success. I came from a broken home. Parents broke up when I was 2. I was a runaway. I slept on park benches. I got mixed up in the wrong crowds. I spent a period of my life on drugs. I even went to prison before I was acquitted. When it come to work, I never earned more than $21 an hour. I didn't have more than $5,000 to my name. I tried multiple businesses and failed. I basically sucked at everything before I found this program. So what about now? Well, it's been 7 years since I've been in a 9 to 5 job. Let's go. I did over $50,000 in my 6th month. Now, income claim, I'm not here to, well, income statement, I'm not here to guarantee any income. I'm just here to share the program that's helped me. Retired my girlfriend, and now she's volunteering around the world for fun. She just got back from volunteering in Central Australia with young Indigenous kids, and she gets to go and do that and not worry about money or having to come back to a job because of this freedom-based lifestyle that this program has given us. We moved us into a dream neighborhood in nature. I actually had to bring the laptop in because the birds were making so much noise out there and it was distracting, my ADD. My son's in the coolest school. You know, I don't have to put my kid into the school that's closest to us because I need to get to a job. I was able to find a school that actually wanted to teach him how he needed to learn, and now he's excelling. I helped my dad purchase an investment property. Unfortunately, after a couple of divorces, it looked like he wasn't going to retire comfortably, but I was in a position to be able to help him. I traveled for 5 years without needing to work a 9 to 5 job. Peru, literally in the Amazon River. In Malta, I lived in Thailand for 4 years training Muay Thai, all with this business. And I was able to buy 5 investment properties, tech stocks, and other investments, which isn't too bad for a kid who was sleeping on park benches at 16. So let's get into this. What do I actually teach you to do? Affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is a way to earn money by promoting other companies' products and services online. Affiliate marketing is popular because it's a win-win. Companies get more customers and affiliates earn money for helping promote a service without the stress of building their own business from scratch. Now, whoever solves the biggest problems gets paid the biggest paychecks. Now, what are some problems in the world, right? Health and fitness is something that everybody's starting to want to lean into now. Weight loss. We all know someone wanting to lose weight. Longevity. We all wish we could live longer. Preventative medicine, preventative disease. Environmental impacts is something that we're starting to become more aware of. Single-use plastics, chemicals in the home around our families, and income, the stress of finances or not having enough freedom. These are some of the biggest problems that we deal with. What if there was a company you could promote that solved all of these problems? Christy,
Hey,
my friend.
yeah. Hey everybody, I'm Christy. It's so great to be here with you guys. A little bit about me, and then I'm excited to dive into the amazing products that we're actually partnered with. So first, a little bit about the then. So I was a 24-year corporate 9-to-5er. I was on the path to working until I was 65. I did all the things, climbed the corporate ladder, got my degree, and I was fine with that path. It was all that I knew. I actually liked my job. And then one day, post pandemic, like many of you, my priorities started to shift and I really started to value time freedom because I was lacking that. I had a pretty good financial aspect, but no time. The company that I also was working for started to lay people off. And while I was not one of those that got laid off, so many of my friends and family were, including my husband, who has not only been laid off once, but twice in the last 2 years. And so I was really wanting to find a path where I could not only save myself and my family, but save my husband and impact many others. I also was starting to feel like every day was Groundhog Day, where I was lacking a passion and purpose beyond my family and faith. So fast forward, here I am 4 years into my business. I'm a multi six-figure online business owner. I did $50,000 in sales in my first 60 days, and I get to be full-time online, working a few hours a day and making an impact in the world. And there is nothing greater than when you wake up and are filled with true passion and fulfillment each and every day for what you do. So I have so many more experiences with my family, and my next goal is to officially retire my hubby and on a mission to help many more. So let me ask you this, how much water do you drink per day? Have you ever thought about what's actually in your water? Do you think bottled water is cleaner than tap? And is water actually good for your health? And so you might be thinking, Christy, where are you going? How are we transitioning to water? And so that's what we're here to talk about. Brody mentioned whoever solves the biggest problems gets paid the biggest paychecks. And so let's talk a little bit about the problem with our water. So first and foremost, there are over 24,000 cancerous chemicals found in leading water bottle brands worldwide. There are over 64% of bottled water is actually just tap. Fun fact, bottled water is not actually selling water, it is selling the plastic the water comes in. There are more than 1/3 of major water brands actually violate the industry standards. And so that's really scary when you think about what we're consuming on a daily basis. And they're single use. So plastic water bottles, as we know, destroy our planets. So, something even more alarming is that recent studies that have been coming out are showing that 93% of bottled water actually contains microplastics. So, these are going to be a combination of toxic chemicals that are neurotoxins, carcinogens, and endocrine disruptors, which, you wonder why we are a very unhealthy, society. This is a big reason why. And actually, this is even a little bit more concerning is that if you look here in this little note about PFAs, forever chemicals, they are linked to cancer and other health risks, and they have been detected in tap water in every Australian state and territory. Let that sink in for a moment. So, whether you're in Australia, US, Canada, or somewhere else in the world, our water source is a true concern. And so you might be saying, okay, bottled water is bad for you, right? It's filled with microplastics. Again, tap water is no better. We have the forever chemicals. And if you're in the US, feel free to go to this website in the bottom left-hand corner, ewg.org/tapwater. Pop your zip code in, and it will actually list the chemicals and the actual contaminants that are in your local source water. And I don't know about you, but it's scary. I'm in Virginia. We have chloroform and we have arsenic and we have so many things that we're literally being microdosed with poisons. It's a scary thing. This is an example of an actual pipe that our water is actually traveling through. So I think sometimes we think, oh, it's clear, it's safe. There's nothing wrong with it. But what's actually happening within the water and the contamination is truly concerning. We're not only potentially drinking this water, we're showering in it, we're bathing in it, washing our hands, doing our laundry, rinsing our food, watering our plants, giving it to our pets, brushing our teeth, and cleaning our house, all with the water that is filled with contaminants. So, in addition to that, approximately 200 million metric tons of plastic are in our ocean. That is 3 times the size of France, you guys. That is very alarming. We only get one body and we only get one planet. We got to take care of both. So, did you know that our bodies are actually made up of over 70% water? And if that is the case, doesn't it make sense to consume the best quality water possible? Enter our amazing product that we're partnered with. This is breakthrough in water technology. So, backing up into the 1970s, Japanese scientists actually discovered a way to mimic naturally occurring miracle waters. You may have heard of blue zones before. Blue zones are areas in the world that have the most centurions, which means people who live to 100 years old or longer. There's only 5 of those left. Hint, Australia and US and Canada are not any of them. So when you think about what is it that makes these places like Okinawa, Japan, so special and people living so long, there's a combination of factors that scientists have studied. Obviously, diet, stress, type of work, all of that matters. But the number one thing that was present was active molecular hydrogen in the water source. So this machine is the leading manufacturer in medical grade water ionizers producing this active hydrogen since 1974. It is a 51-year company now based in Osaka, Japan. We are the only medical water grade ionizer in the world with OEM manufacturing facility in Japan and all 100% ISO certified quality and control processes. Very special. So with Enagic, I kind of mentioned a little bit of this, but not only is it registered as medical grade equipment in Japan, it is used in over 32,000 restaurants, over 300 hospitals in Japan, and it's only in 1 in every 500 homes in the US, which is really exciting because when you think about starting a business, you want to partner with a company that one has roots, has stood the test of time. That is Enagic, 50 plus years going strong. And two, a product that's actually going to help people and never go out of style. That is what we do. We are number one in water ionizer sales, and we do over $1 billion a year. $1 billion a year, not even a close second. So let's do a little deeper dive, and I'm going to share some of these amazing properties that the K8 actually does. And trust me, by the end of this, you might already be drinking something right now and drinking your water, questioning what you're drinking. You're going to be wanting one of these machines. So Kangen means return to origin in Japanese. The water properties include antioxidation, alkalinity, it's restructured, rich in molecular hydrogen, and has a negative ORP. You might be going, I have no idea what you're talking about, Christy. Don't worry, I didn't either. And I'm going to break a few of these pieces down for you. So first, what does antioxidation mean? So everything we eat or drink is either oxidating or antioxidating, which means we're either slowing up the aging process or we are increasing the aging process. So as you can tell, right, with antioxidation, think about when you have an apple and you cut it in half, it starts to brown pretty quickly. That's the aging process. That's what's happening inside of our bodies. And so with Kangen water, this actually has the highest antioxidant content compared to any liquid on the planet. And it is equivalent to eating 756 bananas, 38 carrots, 3 pumpkins, 45 cabbages, 516 apples, or like I say, 2 pounds of blueberries and antioxidants. That's pretty incredible. And what also keeps me looking 29, not 43. All right. So, second property is alkalinity. So, you might have heard of alkaline before. It's actually becoming a very popular trend. There's a ton of grocery stores and convenience stores that are now selling bottled alkaline water. You might be noticing that. That is the trend. Well, what is very powerful about alkaline water is that it helps balance the acidity within our body. So, you might have heard the saying, "Disease cannot thrive in an alkaline environment." Everything we eat or drink is either on the low acidic neutral scale or the alkaline scale. Unfortunately, not a lot of what we eat is going to be alkaline. This is why doctors say eat your fruits and vegetables and your green leafy stuff. The water we consume is the most important thing. When we start to change our diets, and diet is important, the number one most important thing we can ever do is change our type of water because of this. And last but not least, and my personal favorite of what makes this water so special is that it has active hydrogen. So we all know water is H2O. What happens when the water goes through the ionization process? It separates the H2 from the O, therefore creating H2, which is active molecular hydrogen. This has proven potential for over 170 disease models, including Parkinson's, cancer, Alzheimer's, and Crohn's. It's an anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, anti-diabetic, and anti-tumor. This is why the water we drink every day, we are so passionate about sharing with other people. There's also, it's backed by tons of research. So don't take my word for it. You can literally like go to PubMed, which are actual thousands of articles from researchers, scientists, doctors that are backing active molecular hydrogen and showing you what is possible for health. And we don't make health claims, but what I will tell you is that the amount of testimonies that come from people when they start drinking this water is life-changing. All right. And in addition to the amazing 9.5 pH drinking water that I just broke down for you, there are also four other types of water it produces: 7.0 clean water, 6.0 beauty water, which is nice for especially for the ladies, even the guys. But it's a hair conditioner. You can use it for a facial toner, astringent. There's 11.5 pH strong Kangen water, and this is one of my absolute favorites. This is an oil emulsifier. It's actually able to strip oil-based pesticides from your fruits and vegetables. Newsflash, and this might freak you out, but everything you're washing from your tap water is not of the pH that it can actually remove the oil-based pesticides. Everything is sprayed now, so if you're not washing it off, you're consuming it. And that is unfortunately what is happening. So when you have this machine, not only can you drink the best, but you can also make sure what you're eating and producing in your body is the best. And then last but not least is 2.5 pH strong acidic water. So this is amazing. It actually produces hypochlorous acid, which is stronger than bleach. So so many people are into non-toxic living, and this is where you can replace your laundry detergent, your cleaners within your home, and it does so many things. And I'll list, not, I won't cover everything, but it's all listed here. This machine really does replace almost everything within your home, giving you the ability to have true non-toxic living, and it saves the average family of four a minimum of $2,000 a year. Super powerful. Now, I love this slide. This is where the paradigm shift comes in. So I want you guys to really open your minds to what is possible. I want you to think, if you can go back this far, I know I can, but Blockbuster, right? No more. Blockbuster to Netflix, hotels to Airbnbs, taxis to Uber, retail to Amazon, gas vehicles to Tesla. The next paradigm shift, and we're in the middle of the momentum of it starting to shift, is bottled water to water ionizers. This will be the next household appliance. So it really truly is an investment that keeps on giving. It improves your overall health and well-being, reduces plastic and helps the environment, saves you a lot of money and time, and why you all are here, enables you to build a freedom-based business that is yours. I want to give you this quote. Most people wait until illness strikes before prioritizing their health, but true wellness starts with prevention. What if you could partner with a company that could provide you health and wealth? That is what we're about here. So let's talk about why you're here. How much money can you actually make with this business? First, before I hand it back over to Brody, I want to clarify this is not an MLM and this is not a pyramid. This is a true direct sales model where you can make more money than the person that referred you. We are also part of the Direct Selling Association, which is harder to get into than the NFL. And there's no inventory, no deliveries, no licensing, no limit on income, schedule flexibility, pays daily, 9 different streams. There's no building of websites. It's true location freedom. You can start building it part-time alongside your job and ultimately eventually replace your full-time. It's a true passive income business model. And best part, just like me and everyone else on this call, you start with zero experience. In addition to the amazing K8, I do want to quickly touch on the Inespa, Emguard, and Ukon. These are the 4 primary products that Enagic makes. And the second product here is the Inespa. This is a shower spa. It replaces your shower head within your bathroom. It removes all the chlorine, so filters the chlorine out. It has an internal mineral ion cartridge with Japanese hot stones from Japan, so your hair and skin will feel amazing. We have the Emguard, which is our newest product, very exciting. We are surrounded by technology everywhere between our phones and our computers. And so this actually reduces your exposure to electromagnetic fields from everyday technology. Absolutely amazing. And last but not least is the Ukon, which is the wild turmeric that is harvested in Japan in peak seasons. It's a powerful antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. And with that being said, I'm going to turn it back over to Brody.
I appreciate you so much, and I am never drinking out of the tap, ever, 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 or a single bottle of water getting handed to my family. I love hearing you present those products. I mean, I started this for the money and the freedom, and to drive a nice car and not have to worry about anything ever again in the beginning, but fell in love with the products soon thereafter. So let's talk about our core top 3 offers and the total commissions paid out. So these are what we call high ticket premium products, which is what you're going to want to partner with. You don't want to sell cheap products because you can't make much commissions and then you can't live a great lifestyle. So we found this high ticket premium products, and these are the core 3 offers. As you can see there, we've got the trifecta. Trifecta simply just means 3 products. Then we've got the single K8, and then we've got the quad. The quad is obviously 4 products, 2 units, the pills and the shower unit. And people often get that so they can lend out that machine to others or give it to a family member who they feel could benefit from drinking the best water on earth. Below these images, you can actually see how much these packages pay out in total. And now we're going to break down how that actually works for the distributors and affiliates who are partnering with these companies. The other amazing thing is that we found that over 90% of people who get started with one of these packages for themselves, they actually finance these products for 0 money down and then just pay a small monthly installment, which is very, very, very affordable. It can be as little as a cup of coffee a day and you get all these products in your home. So it's really important when looking at an opportunity to position yourself at the right curve of products that people are already buying. So this is a graph of actually our organization that we're all a part of. And just since 2017, obviously this company in general has been around a lot longer than that, but just for our community, and there are thousands of them, look how many units are being sold year on year. In 2024, over 342,000 machines had been sold just in our community. So it's important when you're looking for something to partner with, that you partner with something that lots and lots of people are getting behind, and it's only getting more and more popular. Right now is the perfect time to be getting started. So now I'm going to be explaining and going over the basic commission structure. The basic commission structure with Enagic. So there are 6 ranks with this company: 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, and 6A. And the A just stands for agent, like a 1A agent or a 2A agent. And you don't actually have to remember any of that to make money with this, but I am going to explain it to you and you'll remember some of it, and some of it you won't. And I remember for me, I didn't know all of this and was able to, make a lot of money in a pretty good amount of time, but I still want to explain it for you. So on this slide, what you can see is the ranks 1A through to 6A. Underneath those ranks, you can also see how many sales between you and your organization you need to rank up to each rank. And then you can see underneath that pie slices or even pizza slices that represent the commission checks every time one of these products have been sold. So in general, let's imagine a pizza with 8 slices. And depending on what rank you are, is how many of those slices of commission you will get. The interesting thing about Enagic, and the reason why we are so blessed with this, is with most companies that you could partner with, if you don't make a certain amount of referrals each month, you actually have to start at the very beginning again. Whereas with this compensation plan, it's a cumulative sales and you can never derank, which is extremely unique for this patented system. So as you can see here, between 1A and 6A is 101 units. Now, that's not 101 people because most people buy at least 3 products when they get started with this company. So based on just a single KA and the very beginning rank, on your very first referral commission, you would be making $350. Now, in most companies, that would be the top commission you could make on a single referral, where here it's the very first one. Think about what just an extra $350 a week or a month could do for you right now. For some people, just that can be life-changing. As you move through the ranks, as you can see, you get paid more and more as you're getting more slices and more cuts of the commission check, all the way up to 6. And as you can see, there's still 2 slices here available. And that goes to whoever referred you, because this is a team-based referral program. Now, it is possible to get all 8 slices to yourself, but that's a conversation for another training. So now we can look at the trifecta, which is a very popular package because people want to not just be drinking the water, but also showering and getting the benefits of turmeric for inflammation, etc. As you can see here with the trifecta, the commissions jump up quite substantially. As a 1A, if you refer somebody and they decide to get started with the trifecta for 0 money down, you're going to earn $660 US, right? As you can see, as a 6A, you're going to be earning nearly $4,000 on a single referral on a product that you didn't have to create, you didn't have to paint it, you didn't have to get the licensing, you actually didn't even have to explain the products yourself because we have video and sales material that'll do that for you. You didn't have to package it or put it in a factory or even deliver it. The company does all of that. All we do is share a smarter way to make money and definitely a smarter way to stay healthy. So now let's look at the quad package. From 1A to 6A, again, as you can see, even as a 1A agent, if you were to sell a quad, you'd make $1,000. But let me let you in on a little secret. If you were to start the quad, you would actually start off getting 3A commissions and make $3,000 US on your very first referral. And as you can see, as a 6A, you're earning $6,000. Now, the journey between 1A to 6A, you don't need to do this all on your own. If you were to refer somebody and they were to refer a few people and they were to get started, this would actually rank you up as well. And you're going to hear a story very soon from Aldrin of how he actually got to 6A relatively easily and how we can lean on the efforts of others as well because it's such a team-based game. So now we're going to look a little bit about the different packages and payouts. As you can see here on the first lane, those represents the commissions based on a single K8 and whatever rank you are. In the middle, that's based on the trifecta, the 3 products. And on the right, that's based on the quad, which is 2 K8s, 1 for you, 1 for Nan, and an Espa and the Ukons. And you can see the representative commissions there. And you can take a photo of this if you want as well. And when you have your discovery call afterwards, if you have any questions, of course, you can go over it. And we will have deeper trainings on the commission structure. But once again, you really don't need to understand everything to make a lot of money from this. But as you can see, the commissions are quite large because these are high ticket, in-demand premium products. So let's talk about the road to 6A, right? When you reach the rank of 6A, you can rest assured you're not only making incredible income on your own terms, in your own pockets of time, but also that you've helped countless people transform their health and given them a true chance at freedom too. And as you can see, 6A, it could be 101 single products, it could be 33 trifectas, or just 25 quads, and you're a 6A forever, never going backwards, using the simple systems and automations that we are going to share with you on this call that Marissa is, and not needing any experience at all. So I'm going to pass it over to my brother, the man, Mr. Aldrin, Mr. Flex, looking fresh over there. Let's go.
What's up, everyone? My name is Aldrin. I'm based here in Southern California, United States. And I mean, if I were if I were approached with this, and if I've came across this in the style and the sequence and the flow that you did, man, I would. It's just such a blessing, such an honor to be able to get exposed to this information, learning about a money making opportunity. I know right now a lot of information is kind of floating around, right? And I want you to understand that I hit 6A and I didn't understand any of this yet. Okay. I always joke around, but I hit 6A by accident. And if somebody like me can do that with no college degree, no background in it whatsoever, I was working 3 restaurant jobs for 9.5 years. And my only background prior to this was 5 other business failures and working 3 restaurant jobs, serving tables, serving food and cleaning tables for a living. That's really all I did. Between myself and my wife, we were working 5 different dead end jobs, and I had no direction and I had no hope. But when I came across this, I'll be honest with you guys, it wasn't necessarily for the money making opportunity. It wasn't necessarily for the opportunity to make money with high ticket affiliate marketing. It was 100% for the health benefits. And without making health claims whatsoever, just wanted to let you guys know that I got introduced to this because I had a family member that was suffering with cancer. Again, no health claims. I'm not telling you that this water is going to heal, cure, or treat, or prevent anything. What I will encourage you to do is to do your research, look into the peer-reviewed studies and the articles. There are institutes put together that are studying molecular hydrogen and what it's doing for people. And me coming from a Latino and Filipino background, I'll tell you this, every single one of my family members was sick. It didn't matter if it was high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, medication. When I was shared this water, I saw it helping me and I saw it helping my family members. I didn't even know that you could make money doing this. Now, fast forward to now, I broke away from all of our jobs. My wife and I have been doing this full time, working from home, traveling the world since 2017. My largest month was over $47,000. And again, not making income claims, but understand that that was more than twice as much as I was previously making in an entire year working 3 restaurant jobs. So some of you are watching this right now. Maybe money is not the issue. Maybe it's time. Maybe you have a little one that you want to spend more time with, just like myself. You know, my wife and I have an 18-month-old daughter, and being able to be fully present as a father is the greatest accomplishment I've ever had with this business. You know, traveling the world has been fantastic. We've seen 15 plus countries together, and we're just aiming to help other people do it in a lot simpler fashion. Because I always joke around with Brody, Marissa, and Christy, and I'm always telling them, I'm like, look, I went the slow and painful route. I went what I call the horse and buggy route, okay? You guys are learning about this with automations, with simple videos. You don't even need to explain the product. You don't need to explain the demonstrate. You don't need to do anything. You don't even need to understand how the compensation plan worked. I started making money simply because I was sharing water with people. It was so simple. I didn't have videos to use. We didn't have any technology or any fancy stuff. And I was still able to achieve the rank of 6A with less than 11 direct referrals myself. So imagine that. I shared this water with 11 people, and through those 11, I got paid over 100 times. And I know Brody's going to go, and actually Marissa's going to go more into, you know, the higher ranks and how you can actually retire with this company and the legacy bonuses that you can earn. But guys, I stumbled across this on accident as a simple answer to my prayers in terms of health. You know, if you know somebody that's suffering with their health and you're looking for a way out and you want to go the natural holistic route, which is where a lot of people are shifting post-pandemic. We understand that our body is an intelligent machine. If we put good in, you're going to get good out, right? And I know you came across this because you're looking for a way to earn money. But if you position yourself in front of a trend technology in terms of a health product and a business opportunity, everybody's paying attention to their health and everybody's paying attention to online income opportunities. And that's the reason that those 2 topics are 2 of the highest Googled topics in the world. Everybody wants to be healthy naturally, and everybody's looking for a way to make money. So this really does align with somebody like yourself. If you're looking for the best of both worlds, maybe you come across this and you're like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. Let me see what this could do. The bottom line is it's going to be better for my family. I'm going to save money. You're going to drink water for the rest of your life anyway. So might as well own your water source and have something that's going to save you. I mean, let me just put it this way. You owning one of these products, especially having an ionizer in your home, you already won, you know? Everything else on top of that is just the cherry on top. So just coming from me, again, no background experience in online marketing or running ads or building a personal brand, guys. I didn't even create my own Instagram page. I had no followers when I first started. So if you're looking for something that's like an equal playing field, you're looking for an opportunity, and maybe you've tried and failed in other things. I already had 5 business failures before I came across this, and it set me free almost a decade ago. So I would just encourage you to really look into this. If you do your due diligence and you thoroughly check this out, I can assure you that it's going to be very much worth your time, and you have a great space and a great community to join as well. So I'm excited for you guys, because I know for a fact that if I can do it with no college degree, no education, no corporate job, and just working a restaurant job, working hospitality, I know that you can do it as well. So I'm excited for Marissa to share with you a little bit more about the compensation plan and how this all works and how this is going to help you guys hit your financial goals as well.
Appreciate you, my brother. Your story actually reminded me a little bit of my journey. I'm fast forwarding 7.5 years ago. I was living on a farm in a share house. My car barely even could start. And I was sitting in this makeshift office, and I was just sitting there. I had these leads pouring in through the systems that were created, that everyone gets to use. And I was just copying and pasting a video to this presentation and got myself to 6A. It kind of feels like it was on accident as well. Like, that's the power of this business. Like, you watching this video right now, think about how you got here. You probably just seen an ad, someone you didn't even know. They asked you a couple of basic questions. They sent you a link, and now you're here watching this presentation. They didn't have to explain any of this themselves. So now I want to touch on your commissions as a 6A. Right. So let's imagine however long it took, 6 months, a year, 2 years, it doesn't matter, because you can build this business in pockets of time, in your own time. You got to 6A between you and your team referrals. As a 6A, this is what your commissions would look like. This is broken up into single packages, trifectas, and quads. And down the left-hand side, that's based on how many sales. Now, that could be in a month, that could be in a year, that could be in 5 years. That's completely up to how you want to build the business, right? But even on just 5 sales, whether that's in a week, a month, or a year, on a single package, that would be an extra $10,000. On a trifecta, an extra $19,800. On a quad, just 5 referrals as a 6A, 5. There are billions of people in this world. All of them drink water. Most of them need to make more money. 5. Get a quad, that's $30,000. When I was starting out in this business, I had $5,000 to my name, $30,000 US, nearly 50,000 Australian or Canadian. That would have completely revolutionized my life. I probably wouldn't have known what to do with the money, let's be honest. But then when you keep moving down, have a look at some of these numbers. 20 sales. If you were to get just 20 trifecta referrals as a 6A, that's $80,000. And those 20 sales, maybe 5 of those are yours, and another 15 comes from your team. And that's $80,000 in passive income potentially. And that could be, for some people, that's a month, that's a 90-day period, that's a year, that's 2 years. We all do this differently, but it creates a level of freedom as far as you want to push this business. If we take it to as far as, 50 referrals on a single package is 6 figures. On a trifecta, it's 200,000. On a quad, 50 referrals in that 6A commission lane, that's 300,000 US dollars. That'd be close to $500,000 Australian. Like, that's life-changing money, quite life-changing money. And I know that it works because this simple kid that was living on a farm did this many times over with this exact program that you're looking at now. So what is probably one of other than the direct referral income that you can make simply by copying and pasting this presentation and sharing it with others, what else is the most powerful thing about this business? Well, it's the career path to early retirement. Now, I know there's a lot of numbers on this screen, but if you just look to the top rank with the big yellow circle around it, that's called a 6A2-3. Now, that rank is what we call the exit strategy, early retirement, taking control of your own income and setting yourself up for freedom. Because once you hit that rank, regardless of what's going on between you making referrals or your team making referrals or not, this company is going to pay you every single month forever. And it's generational. It's willable. You can pass it down to your children. And for me, that blew my mind. And you might be thinking, well, how can they do that? It's because the Japanese think very differently to every other country. In Japanese culture, how well you can take care of your lineage and generations is very, very important as a part of their culture. And that's why they take care of us. And they've got 500-year business plans. And it's the kind of company that you want to get behind. As a 682-3, you're going to earn a $25,000 USD bonus. Boom, big bonus check on the stage, 25 grand. And you're going to earn at least 5,000 USD per month for life. For life. Yeah, it's huge. And I remember 7 years ago thinking, oh, how am I going to do something like that? I've never done anything like this before. That seems like so much money. Oh my God. And you know what? It is. And there's some other really great things that happen with that rank. They actually plant you an awesome bonsai tree in Okinawa, Japan. You get this awesome, plaque or a sign with your name and your details on it so you can visit it with your family. You start getting generational wealth. You get global profit shares. You start to get payments based on the entire company's sales, not just yours. You get to walk on stage and get that check, and you get the willable income. And as you can see, this simple little kid from a farm in Diggers Rest, I hit that rank. I hit the rank of -3. There's my sign, little Australia flag. I've got my little tree. I get to take my son over there and say, hey, son, this is why you get to go to a cool school. This is why we don't need to stress about bills or, have that stress that I had as a child. And this is why I'm actually home and I'm a yes dad. If you want to kick the football with me, I can do it. You want me to watch your soccer games? I'm there. You want both parents picking you up from school? We're here because of this business. And just for me, literally copying and pasting this presentation with people who were reaching out to me through the automations that we teach. So, Marissa, my friend, I can't wait to hear you speak because your energy is infectious. It is over to you. So how simple is it, really?
Thank you so much. I get hyped every time. I've been doing this a long time, but every time I hear about the compensation plan, I get hyped. And just listening to Christy talk about the products and how life-changing they are, you guys are really in such a special place. So welcome today. Now comes the how. How do we actually generate these sales, right? The answer is actually pretty simple. Social media ads connect your offer with people ready to buy. We are not chasing people. We're attracting the right ones into our world while we sleep. And all the tech stuff that people typically get really hung up on while they're starting in the online space, I know that's a fear for a lot of people. It's actually done for you. So you don't have to try and figure it out on your own. This platform that we're introducing you to with these products is basically what I like to call your one-stop shop, build a business in a box. Oh, okay. But I want to take a second to just share a little bit about who I am and just a little bit about my background. So what's up? My name is Marissa. And basically I followed society norms my entire life. I did everything that was kind of expected of me. We all have such different backgrounds, so I love to share this piece, but I went to college, I got good grades, and I eventually landed what I thought was going to be that 40-year secure career. I found myself in law enforcement and I was desperate to put my 100K of student loan debt to good use. Like, why not utilize it? But I really had no idea what I wanted to do. And I thought that law enforcement was a great place to start. But I learned very quickly that that was not what I wanted to do for 40 plus years. I was really, after about a year, losing who I was as a person. I was crying every single day and I just was very, very burnt out. And I knew that that was not something I was willing to do for 40 plus. So instead of staying stuck and just complaining about it, I started searching. And that is when I came across this platform, this business model, and I never looked back. Now, this was years ago. So what does life look like now? Obviously, I've left the job force forever. I retired my husband about a year into building my business, and we have built a multiple 7-figure business together. We now generate more income in a month than we used to in 6, all through everything you are learning today. And we have created true time, location, and financial freedom together. And we also get to be present for every single one of life's moments. So I'm never having to miss out on anything. My family is all the way across the country. So is my husband's, and we are here in Southern California, and we are able to still be present for all of life's moments because we have that freedom and flexibility, which is priceless. So enough about me. Let's dive into why online, right? There are 3.6 billion social media users. That is a lot of eyes on social media every single day. And a large portion of those people are already looking for an opportunity to work remotely and generate an income from their cell phones, right? From anywhere in the world. You can do this from your house. You can do this from Bali. You could be anywhere in the world and you can still plug in. The average person already spends about 3 to 5 hours a day on their phone, which is really crazy. People scrolling for 3 to 5 hours a day on their phones. Why not monetize that scroll that you're already doing, right? Digital marketing is projected to hit nearly $800 billion in revenue by 2026. And it was one of the top 3 highest earning business sectors in the year of 2024. The potential here is huge. And basically, we are going to help you tap into that market and really get ahead of the curve. And the best part is that paid marketing allows you to reach people that are ready to buy these high ticket products. So you do not have to bother people. You do not have to be salesy. And this is exactly what I'm going to cover on this next slide. So what is paid marketing? We're really going to break it down. Essentially, this platform will teach you how to place advertisements in front of a specific audience of people that are already searching for exactly what we offer here, whether that's the business itself and generating an income online or the products and up-leveling their health. And we actually give you pre-made ad templates that you can plug into so you don't have to start everything from scratch. Those ads will then be seen by thousands of people across the world on social media, meaning you do not need a social media following, and you actually will not have to use any of your current social media at all. We're going to teach you how to create brand new business accounts and build your business and brand from there. Fun fact, I was generating over $10,000 a month in the online space through these products and platform before I even had 1,000 followers on social media. So if you're nervous about product pushing or being salesy or marketing to people that you know, on personal profiles or any of that, you will not have to do that here. And some of you watching, probably a decent chunk of you, may have tried something like that in the past because it is very common in low ticket, but that is not a very sustainable way to actually build a successful and profitable business online. So people are going to be coming through your ads and the offers within them, as opposed to you needing to go out and find people to purchase things from you, which is a really, really awesome, that automation. In my opinion, this is actually one of the best parts of this. We teach you to create some pretty massive automation, meaning you do not need to be physically present constantly online in order to have your business generating income for you. You can step away, you can go enjoy life, you can travel, be a present parent. I'm going to take a couple months off for maternity leave here in a couple of weeks, and my business will still be generating a massive income, whether I am present or not. And that is true power. So you are also, I know I've gone over a lot so far, but I want to cover what you're actually going to get within this online community just a little bit more. So you're going to get multiple community Telegram chats, Facebook groups, weekly masterminds, global catch-ups, live trainings from 6- and 7-figure earners within our community that have been in your shoes in the past. They have plugged in, they have learned, they have built this business to massive success. And they're going to teach you exactly how to do all of that. And one of my favorite parts about this entire thing is that, yes, we may be global and we may be all over the world and come from different walks of life, but we actually get to meet each other in real life as well. We host live events and retreats all over the world, and anyone in our community can attend. So I have met Brody and Christy, and funny enough, I've actually never met Aldrin, even though we only live about an hour away from each other, but we will be meeting here soon in the upcoming weeks. Lastly, you will be given all of the step-by-step training that you need to build your business from basics all the way through to advanced, starting with our 30-day Ignite Your Business training and full access to all of our pre-built sales funnels to kickstart and maximize your results. So I want you to take a second and look at everyone that has spoken on today's call and training. You may think you need experience, but I think we've all shared at this point, not a single one of us had experience before getting started. We've all come from different backgrounds, different walks of life, but we have all built very successful businesses through this platform and through these products because of what is being offered here. We also have an awesome affiliate program where we pay 30% commission to you every single month on top of all the high ticket commissions that Brody has already gone over. So creating another source and stream of income for you all within one place. So with that, I'm actually going to hand things back over to Brody so he can share a little bit more about how to start earning.
Marissa, thank you so much. And I just want to say you did a phenomenal job of explaining how we actually do this. When I started, there was no there's no explanation of how we did this, but I still started because I just seen how much money could be made. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it anyway. But I'm so glad now we can actually share that. Great job. Thank you so much. That was awesome. So let's talk a little bit about starting a business, right? Sometimes when we're thinking about starting a business, we have no idea how much they usually cost. Well, here's an example. If you were to start a cafe, you would need about $250,000. If you were to start a hair salon, you would need about $100,000 minimum and a bunch of employees. And you could probably never leave. If you were to start another franchise in Australia, there is some in America, but mostly Australia. It's called Boost Juice. It is probably akin to like an acai bowl place in the States or Canada. That's about $350,000 to start. Fun fact, yesterday when I was doing research, I called a local Boost Juice franchise that was for sale to do some research. And once you pay the $350,000, you need to sell 10,000 smoothies and juices every month just to break even. That sounds like a lot of work. Then you need staff, and you might make 6 figures in the year, but you need to work in that space for at least 6 days a week. And after 7 years, you need to pay the $350,000 again. And for me, that's what actual business looks like. In fact, I know traditional business owners. We've got a lady from New Zealand, Holly, and she spent $500,000 on laundry mats and barely got her money back. Business can cost a lot of money. And you might be thinking, well, then how much is this going to cost? Because this has ultimate freedom. You can make more money than these other opportunities put together. You can do it from anywhere. You get all this support, step-by-step training, add templates. I don't need followers. I don't need to make the products. The company sends the products out. I don't need to deliver anything. This is going to cost $1 million to start, surely. Well, it's not actually. We are very lucky that this Japanese company, Mr. Oshiro, created a partner program that everyday people can get involved with for a fraction of the cost of starting a traditional business, with way more, positive outcomes for you anyway, including getting incredible products. So to get started with this business, all you actually need is one of the products, and you're in business for life, a one-time investment, and you can finance it for zero money down, very low monthly repayments, and get these products. As you can see, I've got a machine right here on my bench. I love it. I bought one for my granddad when he got sick. My mum has a machine. I started for the money. I fell in love with the water, and I'm going to stay here for the community and the love of it. So here are the 3 different options and how to get started. If you want to get started with the cheapest option, there's the entry standard, the K8 plus the training. One second. If you do get started with the K8, there's $0 cash back, but you do get that awesome product. You start off in the 1A lane, and then you've got all the other lanes to move through. You get the 12-month subscription to Online Empires included, one-on-one mentorship plus community support, and you get a global business for life forever. And you get to drink that amazing water, and so does anybody else you care to share it with. The investment is only $6,279 total. You won't need to pay that up front because you could finance that depending on your credit. My credit was horrible because I was in a bad position when I started this business. So my car that didn't work properly that I told you about, I sold that so I could get started. And it worked out well for me because I was the kind of person that was like, opportunities don't come very often, and I don't know if I'm going to get a chance like this again. I'm going all in on this thing because I need to create more freedom. Like if I don't change something in my life, nothing's going to change. And if this doesn't work, I can always go back to doing what I was doing, which was struggling. So that was my mindset. The other option is the trifecta. Now, the trifecta, you get 3 awesome products. You get $465 cash back because you're actually referring yourself to the products. You get the 12-month subscription, one-on-one mentorship, global business for life. And even that 3 products is only $12,000. very affordable repayments. Depending on which package you get, you can get started for as little as $50 to $350 a month, depending on your credit score and what you decide to buy. You know, that's a pretty good deal when you look at other businesses. So let's look at the quad, the legendary quad, the ultimate package, the fast track. Let's go. So in the quad, you're blessed with 2 ionizers, not just one. You get the awesome shower unit, which is like an onsen spa at your home. If you've got a partner, she's going to love you forever for putting that in the shower and not showering the kids in chlorine anymore. You've got the turmeric there. You get nearly $1,000 cash back, which can cover anywhere from 3 to 4 months of repayments anyway. And you get that whole period in your business where you haven't had to pay anything. And on your very first quad referral, you're going to get $3,000 cash back, which I'm not sure on the math, but you could be a year into this business and haven't had to pay a dime out of your own pocket if you follow the system. So you get 4 products, 12-month subscription, one-on-one mentorship, community, global business for life, and even that is less than $20,000 US. That is only $17,519, and you get all them awesome products. So let's talk about the startup investment and the return on investment. Your investment into your product or products, whatever you're comfortable with getting started with, first of all, are a tax write-off. So let's say you earn $100,000 a year, $80,000 a year, $50,000 a year, whatever it is you invest into these products can bring down your taxable income. That way you're paying less money in tax. Who wants to pay less money in tax? I know I do. And one of the things I love the most about having a global online business is that there's so many tax deductions, whether it's travel, whether it's advertising, marketing, whatever it is. Now you get to keep more of your money. And you can get started with any one of those packages. Potentially, there are 0% interest card options, depending on your credit. There are personal loans, depending on what country you're in. There might be brokers. You could maybe tap into your 401k or your superannuation. And you can get started anywhere from $100 to $350 per month based on your credit score. So yes, we do need to purchase the entire package, but we get the loan and we pay the loan back, or the credit card, or the whatever it is route that we go. We don't have to pay that amount upfront out of our own pockets if we have a credit score and we're able to get the credit. So when you look at the K8, the investment $6,279, potentially zero money down, financed. In your first 10 K8 referrals, you've got your money back. 10. If you get a boost juice, you got to do 10,000 of these things a month, right? One of these, you make 10, and anything after that is profit. Let's say you get the trifecta, $12,000, and you were to do 10 referrals of the trifecta. You would not only get your money back, but you would have profited as well. As you can see, you've got 18,000. Let's say you're able to get started with the quad. Now, the quad, the repayments on that might be anywhere from $250, $350 a month, being one of the bigger packages, getting that awesome cash back. That investment total, 17,000, but you have more than, I'm pretty sure it's more than doubled your money in 10 referrals. 10. Could you imagine if you got involved in one of those other companies, the amount of oils and shampoos and skin creams and protein shakes you would need to sell to make $40,000? Well, you only did 10 referrals and you've got your money back. I think that is quite mind-blowing. So let's talk about some closing thoughts here in this business opportunity. It's a tax write-off anyway. There's 100% financing options available, so you can borrow the money. Your first 25 quad sales is $125,000 in commissions. Let that land for a moment. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You're supported. And what's the alternative? I mean, if not this, what are you going to do? Continue doing what you've always done. And what I've said to people who've come to me often is, if you're not happy where you are now, you'll be miserable in 5 years if you don't change something. The scariest moment isn't when you invest in your future. It's when you realize nothing will change if you don't. The brave don't have any more money. They just decide that their dreams, their future, their partners, their kids are worth the risk. So I want to say on behalf of all of us, thank you so much for being here. The next steps is to reach out to the person who invited you to this masterclass and schedule your call ASAP to walk you through a plan to get started. Now, those calls are zero obligation, so you might as well take it, get on the call, and if you've got any questions, that's the place to ask them. about any of it, whether it's the advertising, the ads, the investment, the repayments, that's your chance to dive into that stuff. Now, I want to, on the closing thoughts, now for some of us, if you're 18 years of age, this might not refer to you too much, but for the rest of us, most people work for 40 to 50 years in a job that's stealing their freedom, not giving it to them. That is the ultimate scam. Retire around the age of 67 and then face living another 10 to 20 years on a fraction of their former income in fear that they will outlive their savings. This business, this video, and these products are an opportunity for you to take control of your life, the one life that you have. So there might be an option under this video to click the button and book in a call. Otherwise, in the next video, there's a discovery process where you can answer a questionnaire about what you thought of this video and what stood out for you the most. But if nothing else, reach out to the person who invited you here. We cannot wait to see you inside the community. We cannot wait to help you build your organization, and we can't wait to see you at the next event. Much love. Good work for watching this. We'll see you on the inside. See ya.